Hello and welcome to another episode of The Big Show. I'm your host Jerk, and tonight we'll be featuring Kraken 160 in the Prinz Eugen. This is a 3,800 plus XP game, which should give you a little insight into the fun you're about to witness. Before we get too far along, I want to put up my commander so you can see I have this set up, and mention that I recently changed my hipper to a double rudder shift to essentially create a different build of the same ship. Also worth mentioning is there is a very special guest star in tonight's episode, and had I been paying a bit more attention during the game, I would have noticed before he sent me a message afterwards. Yes, our friendly Z39 is friend of the show, Juice to Goose, whom also has a YouTube channel that I will link to in the description, so you can check that out at your leisure. Being as we just saw this ship only 12 Krakens ago, I won't rehash the basics, but we'll link to that video at the end of this one should you be so inclined to watch. Instead, we'll focus purely on the gameplay that is in front of us. Now, this is a story all about how the blue team battleships got turned around. I'd like to take a minute, so just sit right there and I'll tell you how I captained the ship called Eugen. Sorry, but nothing, at least in English, that I can think of rhymes with Eugen. On the west of the map, I spawned and stayed, getting on the cap after checking both ways, chilling out, maxing out, relaxing all cool, dropping off torpedoes into the pool when a couple of ships who were up to no good started making trouble in my neighborhood. I started one little fight and my team got scared. They said, "We're getting behind the island. You've got it from here." Okay, let's take a commercial break so everybody can wash their ears out with bleach, and I promise, no more songs until Christmas. Alright. You know, Wargaming doesn't break out how XP works, but as far as I know, there isn't any XP for courage, so that poor Mogami coming in against the island, forcing himself broadside, well, he's at least got heart. Which is more than I can say for the friendly Fletcher, who has a clear line of sight onto the enemy Venom, and not only are they incapable of connecting their shots, they're also going over to B, which already has a friendly destroyer, the aforementioned Juice to Goose, as well as a radar cruiser. So what are they possibly going to do there that's more important than gunning down this Venom that I have spotted with Hydro for the next minute? The answer may shock or even disturb you. They're going to do nothing. And this will become a disturbing theme in this game and in many games. The teammates who just seem unsure of what they should be doing and where they should be doing that from. Exhibit B. If you point your eyeballs to the B cap, you will see a friendly battleship come to the conclusion that his presence would be better utilized crossing over to C to get behind two of our other battleships, both of whom have decided their best plan of action is to secure our spawn and take some shore leave behind the island. Meanwhile, our intrepid hero is taking salvo after salvo from the always annoying Odin, and I can't say I blame that Odin. The Prinz Eugen is the best torpedo boat currently in the game, but man alive, I would really just like a moment to collect my thoughts. But that's going to bring us to our reoccurring segment, What is my division mate thinking? And in this instance, we'll see him rush 4 ships, miss his torps from a couple kilometers, and subsequently find himself deep sea diving. A valiant effort, but again, no XP for courage, but perhaps justice in this world as his secondaries yoink the Odin kill from me. let's just take a minute to appreciate the German AP here. Yes, it doesn't have the same penetration angles as the US Navy, but boy oh boy does that hit like a truck. Whew. But now, we have a game time decision. The Gneisenau's made it around the corner, and I won't be spotted. We know there's a Benham on the other side. We also know there's a very weak Bismarck. And I make the choice that it is time to move. I want to get these guys out of here before the Benham has time to escape, or before that Bismarck has time to heal. And yes, it would be nice if my sonar was ready, but it's 30 seconds from that, and I decide I don't have time to wait. It's go time. And for a brief moment, somewhere in my head, I hear a gentle voice say, "See, this is why you should use an agile build. You can dodge those torps. If wishes were horses, beggars would ride."
Wir haben ein gegnerisches Schlachtschiff versenkt.
Zwei erwischt.
Alle Stationen, melde Position eines strategischen Ziels.
Finally, a moment of respite. A quick cursory glance at the minimap assures me that our sea spawn is still secure. Our battleships have got it on lock, and I have to wonder, what are those players thinking right now? Surely they saw what unfolded in front of them, and they can't possibly have anything to shoot at. Yes, they finished the Gneisenau that I left limping over there, but after that? And when I'm talking about reacting to situations instead of dictating them, that is a perfect example. But now, the Kraken hunt begins just as soon as I cap. Our team has done a commendable job holding back the Reds, considering the firepower they're up against. My other division mate is in a Wichita, and he and I have this Cleveland in a crossfire now. The Cleveland chooses to bow tank the Wichita, which means giving me access to his broadside. My teammate's going to go down, but so does the Cleveland, and now I get to get into position for the finishing act.
Wir haben einen gegnerischen Kreuzer versenkt. Unterstützt das verbündete Ziel. Feuer auf festgelegtes Ziel konzentrieren.
Not wanting to miss out on the spectacle, our battleship audience inched slightly closer to witness the dance. And while it looks like I'm just sitting here salivating at the prospect of what's about to happen, and well, you're right. But I'm also waiting for the right moment. And that is, basically, for the Alabama to commit to his move.
Unser Sieg ist in Sicht.
And here it comes again. That angelic voice saying, "You should have used an agile build." Because, ouch! That Alabama did some damage, but in that choice, they have sealed their own fate. Alabama, smell you later, and I'm finally here to sit on my throne as the Prinz Eugen. Thanks for watching, folks. Like it or don't, comment if you are inclined, and if you're concerned you'll miss my next video, don't worry, you can just hit subscribe. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll get back out there and try to have another video soon, and we can talk then.